Hello friends, I am Dr. Madhukar Jadhav, Professor, Department of Civil Engineering. In previous lecture, we have studied regarding aerated lagoons, principle of aerated lagoons, then types of aerated lagoons and mechanism of aeration in case of aerated lagoons. In this lecture, we are going to study regarding design of aerated lagoon, then advantages and disadvantages of aerated lagoons. So, design of aerated lagoon. Aerated lagoons may be designed as a complex mixed biological reactor without recycle. In unit number 3, we have seen regarding activated sludge process. So, activated sludge process and these aerated lagoons are same. Only the difference is that in ASP we are recirculating the sludge as per the requirement, but in aerated lagoons we are not recirculating the sludge. It is only completely mixed biological reactor without recycle. Now, BOD removal in aerated lagoons. In aerated lagoon, BOD removal is taken as a first order removal function, means whatever the BOD removal taking place, it takes place by the first order reaction, and the analysis of single aerated lagoon can be expressed by the equation S upon S0 is equal to 1 upon 1 plus K into X1 into bracket V by Q, where S is equal to effluent soluble BOD, or we can say BOD of the treated sewage. S0 is equal to influent soluble BOD or BOD of the raw sewage in mg per liter. X1 is equal to mass concentration of microorganism in reactor in mg per liter. K is equal to specific soluble BOD removal rate coefficient in liter per mg per day, and V is equal to volume of the reactor or aerated lagoons in liters or in cubic meter, while Q is equal to rate of flow of wastewater in cubic meter per day or in liter per day. Next one. This is the flow diagram of the aerated lagoons. This is the aerated lagoon and incoming parameters are Q and S0, while outgoing parameters are Q and S. And by this flow diagram, or we can say mass flow diagram, we can find out the value of X1, that is mass concentration, or it is also called as MLSS concentration. Next slide. The value of mass concentration of microorganism in reactor from above equation can be calculated by following relationship. It is developed from mass balance for the mass of microorganism across the system in a steady state condition. So, X1 is equal to Y into bracket S0 minus S divided by 1 plus V by Q into KD. So, this equation is same as that of which we have seen in activated sludge process, where Y is equal to yield coefficient, KD is equal to specific decay coefficient liter per day. Then for the design purpose, the value of K, Y and KD can be used where temperature rarely falls below 15 degrees centigrade. K is equal to 0.015 liter per mg per day at 25 degrees centigrade, and Y is equal to 0.5, whereas KD is equal to 0.05 per day. The value of K, that is deoxygenation coefficient, other than 20 degrees centigrade can be calculated. KT is equal to K20 into theta raised to T minus 20. where theta is the temperature coefficient and whose value is 1.06 and 1.097 for cold climatic areas. For finding out the approximate concentration of we can say MLSS, the formula used is x1 is equal to y into bracket S0 minus S. Next slide please. Now in case of aerated lagoon, as aerated lagoon is one sort of oxidation pond, so temperature plays very important role, and hence we have to find out the temperature depending upon the temperature of atmosphere, temperature of we can say wastewater, temperature of ambient air and the other factors. So temperature of lagoon water can be calculated. TW is equal to Q into Ti plus A into F into Ta divided by Q plus A into F, where TW is equal to temperature of wastewater in the lagoon in degree centigrade, Q is equal to rate of flow of sewage to the lagoon meter cube per day, Ti is equal to temperature of influent in degree centigrade, Ta is equal to temperature of the ambient air in degree centigrade, F is equal to proportionality factor, and A is equal to total area of the lagoon in meter square. So by this formula we can find out the temperature of wastewater in the lagoon. Next one, oxygen requirement. Oxygen requirement may be calculated by the equation O2 required kg per day is equal to Q into bracket S0 minus S bracket complete into another bracket 1.47 minus 1.42 into Y bracket complete plus 1.42 into Kd into X1 into V. The same formula we have used in activated sludge process for finding out the oxygen required for aeration. Next slide. Advantages of aerated lagoons. Lagoon systems can be cost effective to design and construct in areas where land is cheap or we can say inexpensive. They use less energy than most wastewater treatment methods or we can say conventional treatment systems. They are simple to operate and maintain and generally require less part-time staffs. They can handle intermittent use and shock loading better than many systems, making them a good option for campgrounds, then resorts and other seasonal properties from where the wastewater is generated. They are very effective at removing disease causing microorganisms or we can say pathogens from the wastewater. The effluent from lagoon system can be suitable for irrigation because of its high nutrient content and low pathogens. Next one, disadvantages of aerated lagoon. Lagoon systems require more land than other treatment methods. They are less efficient in cold climate and may require additional land or longer detention time in these areas for the treatment with the same efficiency. Odor can become a nuisance during algae blooms, spring thaw in cold climate or with anaerobic lagoons and lagoons that are inadequately maintained. Next disadvantage, unless they are properly maintained, lagoons can provide a breeding area for mosquitoes and the other insects. And last disadvantage, they are not very effective at removing heavy metals from wastewater. So this is all about regarding the design of aerated lagoons and advantages and disadvantages of aerated lagoons. So this is enough in this lecture. Thank you.